Howdy pilots, Skip here. Got the Freewing F-86 Sabre 80mm jet, and this presentation is going to be brought to you by powerhobby.com. They sell excitement. Check them out, guys. They've got all kinds of stuff. All RC, boats, trains, you name it. They've got hardware, they've got electronics, they've got guidance systems, they've got cameras, they've got metal detectors. I mean, total wide range store, but they've got all your RC needs. They were kind enough to send me another set of high power lights, and they wanted to see what they would look like on the jet. They saw what they looked like on a couple of the other planes, and they thought that this would really actually, quite frankly, probably be an advantage as fast as it goes, and when it gets out there a little ways, kind of like I did the Carbon Z the other day. If I hadn't had the lights on there, I might have lost it. So anyway, check these guys out, powerhobby.com. Take a look at them. Thank you very much, guys, for sending these along. We're going to get these things on here. I'm going to do a speed build again, of course, and then you guys check it out when it's done. It should look pretty cool. This one shouldn't take very long at all, so hold tight. Well, we're just about done with it. All the electrical and the installation and stuff is done. The only thing I've got to do is put the tape on the underside of the wings and paint it. You're going to need to paint it to match. Sorry if my voice doesn't sound quite right. I had a tooth pulled today, so I'm doing the best I can. But let me turn the light back on here for you guys and give you a closer look at what I've done. Okay. Basically, I've installed it pretty much like the other planes, and if you watch the build on this, you see exactly how I did it. I did filming one frame every 2 seconds. So again, if you slow your playback down, you will be able to catch whatever you need to see. And this time around, I did a little bit different. I put solid markers on the side, and then I did the pulsing up in the front, like they say so in the instruction manual. Sometimes I alternate it, and sometimes I have the markers where they'll pulsate on and off, and the landing lights just stay on. I haven't decided which way I really like them yet. Not to mention, if I hook them up to a splitter off of one of the circuits, unfortunately it's a 6-channel receiver. I need all 6 channels. I would have to run a splitter to be able to use the function on the lights and get all the different functions on it. I don't have a splitter on me right now, but I will probably do that shortly and near in the future. I do like going through the lights and using the options. But that is all ready to go. All I'll have to do is put a splitter in there and plug it in. But this is basically what we've got going here, guys. I don't have a battery in it, so it wants to fall backward right now. But take a look at the cockpit here and take a look at what I've done. More importantly, and I thought this was going to be a much easier build or install. Actually, this was a little more difficult than I thought. And what I didn't consider was the fact that this thing is basically it's a straight tube. It's a straight tube in here, and they don't give you a whole lot of room to hide anything or to tuck anything in on the sides, like wires, 8 of them as a matter of fact. So I had to kind of improvise, and since they've already got certain things down in the middle anyway, let's see if I can turn this up a little bit so you guys can see in there. You'll see that they've utilized all the space, and that's all for airflow, but they've got things that are in there, like wires and stuff. Now what I did was I took and used some of this material here, guys. This is the stuff you can put cables in. It opens up when you do it. Here, I'll show you. You know, it opens up. You can tuck the ends in, and it allows you to stick cable in there. It's really strong stuff. It really protects the wire. And I'm thinking down inside this tube, you know, I don't want just the wires hanging down there, and you know, with the airflow and everything else like that, one gets loose and gets in the fan blade back there, I'm in trouble. But this here is pretty good mesh, and that will keep it all together, and it's going straight down from the top to the bottom. And what I've done is I've anchored it from the bottom, and I've anchored it at the top. So the wires that are in there, they can move around. Not really. I mean, they're in there pretty tight, but they're encased in the mesh, and that's inside the tube. So kind of hard to see in there now, but basically it's all under in here and tucked down and in. And here's part of that. The end of this right here is right there. And then look at the underside of this, and I'll show you what I did with that. And you can see, now I'm not done yet. I still have to tape up the wires. I put toothpicks there in place so that I get my measurements and stuff on the wires when I tape them into the grooves that are already in there. I'll remove the tape as well as I can, and I'll tuck the wires in as far as I can, and then whatever else has to be done, I'll just use the white electrical tape, and I'll just paint it silver. But otherwise, if you'll see underneath here, the little hole, I have affixed that. That's the other end of that mesh, and that is basically a conduit now between the top and the bottom, and it goes right through that tube in the middle, but it's stretched tight enough so it won't restrict airflow, but it's not going to be moving around, and I'm not going to have to worry about it getting in the fan. So this, like I say, this one took a little bit longer to do. You'll see the white tape on the back here. I'm going to have to paint that, and I've got all the colors and stuff in my little box over here. So I'll just be painting that up to match. And as anything else that needs to be painted, you probably won't even see it. Now I've got a couple other things I want to do to this plane yet. That's why I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys this now, because there will be like a part 2. I placed an order for a few extra of these 3-power crees, and I'm going to do I'm going to do kind of a special inside. We're going to get a blue and white kind of a flame effect for the throttle tuber on this thing. It should glow a little bit blue out the front, and then it's going to be a little white flashing kind of blue and stuff coming out the back. I think it's going to look kind of sharp. And then of course, when I'm I feel like doing a little more soldering, I think I've still got one more spot on my tie into some regular little tiny LEDs, and I'll put a couple of LEDs in my cockpit, so it just kind of dresses it up and finishes it off. Alright, well, that's about it, guys, in a nutshell. But I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you guys got any questions or anything else that you'd like to know about what I did here and how well these things actually do hold on, they do, just leave a message. Give me a thumbs up if you like this. If not, please don't give me a thumbs down. I hate those things. But subscribe if you haven't, and have a great weekend coming up here, guys. Hopefully we'll get this thing up in the air again too. I'd like to get to see it, with all the lights going. So let's take a look at it in the dark here real quick, and I'll let you guys go. Put the canopy on. Now imagine this thing when the canopy's lit up too. That's going to be kind of cool. At least I think, because it just dresses up the top. Some of my other planes I've done that too, and it finishes it off. It's kind of like putting on a suit and not putting on the tie. So, yeah. Anyway, and we're going to have steerable front flashing light there. So, anyway, kind of neat. When the gear's down, I'll know, because there'll be 3 white flashing lights, and 2 pulsing. That's fine. It tells me gear's up. When the white one comes down, it's going to be facing me flashing like that, and I'll know that the gear is down. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and again, check out powerhobby.com, guys, for all your RC needs. They supplied me with the lights for this plane, and gee, I just can't thank them enough, honestly. It's really cool. So, yeah, remember, they sell excitement, and give them a shout, see what you can, and oh, don't forget to use the discount code they've got. What is it? Power 10. Power 10. It'll get you 10% off on anything in the store, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the field.